Hi there, this is Kathy Crow. Thank you for joining me here at the Crow Cottage here in Springfield, Missouri. It is so nice to see you. I hope you had a good weekend. It is fabulously beautiful here today. My window always gives you, such a glare, but you can see my grass is dead. It was cold, like super cold, but so that's good news. Our lawn people are done for the winter. And so that's nice to have the extra money from that not going out, and I don't have to water the lawn or anything, and I rarely do here anyway. It is so nice not to have to water, but it's going to be ridiculously warm here. They said it might even be in the 80s for a couple of days, but it is so nice. I sat out on the porch with my coffee, enjoying everything. I'm not having my dizzy issues anymore, so that's nice news, huh? I mean, it's all on the mend. I'm all on the mend. Now, today I am going to do more all about autumn paper, and I just quickly checked the website to see if it's able to be purchased, and it's not. I shouldn't be surprised because it is so good. I told my team ladies when I saw that it was on low inventory just a few days ago, I told them you'd better, if you haven't ordered it yet, you better get in there and get it ordered because it's going to go fast. It is, it's really beautiful. So that's what I'm using today, even though it'll be back, I'm sure. But it might not be. But this card design that I'm doing today, it is going to be a really good one that you can do anytime. So you'll have fun with it. So the card that I'm making is going to look pretty much like this. I'm going to use a different sentiment because this is a very old one from, I don't even remember. It's an old set that I keep pretty close to my desk because it has a lot of really good ones that I like. But anyhow, it's got a little belt on it, and then it's just a simple Joyfold. This little flap comes out, but because it has the flaps, you get to use more of your DSP, and this is just, and I kind of like how this flap, it's a Joyfold because it goes on top, but it's like a short Joyfold, so you can kind of see your design in there. And then I like to do the little belly bands because it makes it easy to keep your card closed, when you are when you want to. Plus, for this one, it's a really skinny one that you can see your design and everything. So anyhow, that's the card that we're going to make today. It's going to go pretty easy. It's quick, and that's kind of nice for holidays. I posted a Bible Gateway Bible verse just a few minutes ago because I was struck by the caption. It said, if you're all stressed out for the holidays. I just remember when we had our kids at home, living at home, and they were really anywhere from the ages of 2 all the way up. It's hard because there's so many activities, so many things you want to do with them, and then as they get older, they just start layering on things, and it's all good, but it can make it harder to have some quiet time to just sort of devote to the things that a human body needs, which is time with God, time in prayer with God, time just to breathe and relax, time to enjoy nature. For those of us who like to read, a little reading here and there, a little music, those are things you can do with your kids a lot, but not all. So it makes it harder when they're at home. Okay, I'm going to put the glasses on, going to put the camera down, and it should go much smoother because actually I have adjusted my stand wonderfully, so it should go quite nicely now, and not have to be tweaked so much. So I'm moving it around now just because this is a new setup for me, so I'm kind of having to adjust it a little bit, but not much. Squeak. Okay, so we're gonna put it over here, and then I know what I need to do. Okay, very good. Now that is not bad at all. I can even see my lap a little bit. I don't know that I want to. So there we go. We'll put that there, and now you don't see my stomach or my lap, and we're good. Let me undangle my cord. My internet has been, well, I don't even think it is the internet. I think my internet's running fine. I think my router, maybe. I don't know. It was actually my phone that was messing up because I was on a call with my sister and we got disconnected. I'm serious. We got disconnected, I think 6 times. It was absolutely outrageous. 6 times. I just thought maybe maybe God is saying I don't need to be chatting so much today. I don't know. I don't know. We ended the conversation a little earlier than we might have otherwise. Here is my website. If you want to sign up for the newsletter, that gives you some ideas and a tutorial every week. Several tutorials actually, and so that is a nice thing for you. I'm talking about my Fancy Folds class because I think it's available online. I had to change some things up, but I want to show you a Fancy Fold. Now this is an idea I got from Sue Moore, because she has been doing a whole bunch of these Z folds, but she's been doing them this way with this down, and I thought I would really like to do this Z fold and I wanted to use this paper because it's beautiful, and I've used it all up. I think today is the last of this design that I have. I bought 2 packs, but I've just been making cards like nuts because it's so beautiful. And wow, look at that those fall colors. This Sending Love and Light Your Way is perfect for this one because it has the light coming through the trees, and then the love makes all things beautiful. And then with the Z fold going this way, I like having a space to write on this side of the card. You could write on the back too, but there's actually going to be plenty of room for me to write on a little white piece that I'll add there. These sentiments are from, I bet I put it away. I think I did. I don't see it out. Maybe it's here. Here it is. This is an old Christmas one called God's Peace. And I love the sentiments on this one. This is one of my favorites. This is good image, but that is not why I bought it. I bought it for all of the sentiments. These are all really, really good ones. And ones that I can use, like you're seeing, any time of the year. It isn't just Sending Love and Light Your Way. It's not just a Christmas thing. Neither is Love Makes All Things Beautiful. So and then also this one has May You Feel the Glow of God's Peace, and it's really easy to take off this Christmas. So this is a retired one from I don't know how long ago. When you join my team, you get the privilege of being able to be encouraged to use your old stuff. Now this is so these are the cards. These are just 2. My Fancy Folds class is going to have 4 projects, maybe 3. I think 4. It depends on the level of difficulty. But these are actually really easy. So I made this nice little sliding thing so that I can kind of give you a little sneak peek of this. This is the Love and Light Your Way and Sending. Okay, so I kind of wanted to kind of hide it a little bit. This is a good sympathy card. May your sorrow be eased by wonderful memories. And then you take that off and you see Sending Love and Light Your Way. And then there's just enough room to write on. So this is, these are Fancy Fold cards. If I can get the autumn paper with the Fancy Folds class, this is what we would be using. However, I do not know if that link is going to be, when you go to kathycrowscards.com, click on socials and events, I believe, or something like that, and then it takes you to the page that gives you links to the store where you can actually purchase those. Now, the Fancy Folds one is probably just a local class. Almost all of my classes now I am doing just purely, well, I shouldn't say that. That one I can do that one as a video for you, but you will need to purchase $50 worth of products through me. Basically your autumn leaves and your autumn paper and dies, and then you get the class for I don't know, not very much. I don't really remember because that is something that I'm kind of doing on the side as more of a favor than anything, because I end up not really, you know, making any money off of that. It's fun. My local classes are really fun to do, and I appreciate you guys coming in for those. Today we are going to use this distress tile. This is a new embossing folder that is, I think, in the annual catalog. It's really a good one. So you're going to want to do that. And this is, the paper is early espresso. And then I've got my couple of little scraps of pumpkin pie and copper clay on the side in case I want to do that for the label. This label was actually crumb cake that I kind of spread some early espresso ink on very lightly with a baby wipe just to darken it up a bit, but not too much so I could see the words really clearly. And this is that autumn paper. Now you're going to be shocked at how beautiful that autumn paper is. I've got it all shoved into this envelope. So let's go ahead and get started. If you would please like and follow all of my stuff, I do really appreciate that. And then if you purchase any at $50 or more worth of products with me, I will send you a free gift, and you probably will get cards too. Now for this project, we're going to cut first. We're going to cut 2 pieces of paper. We're going to cut one 8.5 by 4 3/4, and then we're going to cut another one 6 inches and 4 1/4. And we're going to score. Let's do the big one first, 8.5 by 4 3/4, and we're going to score it at 3 inches on just the one side. Okay, so 8.5. Let's put my, no, there's my arm. I thought I had it upside down, but I didn't have it upside down after all. So we're going to go 8.5 by 4 3/4, 8.5. And then by 4 3/4. Okay, and then we're going to flip it back to the long side again and score it at 3 inches. Okay, and then we are going to set this aside. This is the one that's going to get embossed, and I'm going to emboss that like that. Actually, we'll turn it like this that I can emboss it. And I'm going to go a little bit further than the fold just to make sure that it's embossed accurately. I'm going to put it in here like that and set it aside just so I remember to do the embossing. Now for the second piece, remember we're going to do 6 inches by 4 1/4. So that is not 4 1/4, and this is, but that is not 6 inches. So I'm going to have to get another piece of early espresso. You know, I've got to order some more. I've been going through early espresso like crazy because of this All About Autumn paper. I've been using it all up. Okay, so 6 inches. Let's go 4 1/4. And since it's 4 1/4, we might as well go this direction. And that'll give me a perfect half of half a sheet for scraps. And then, so that's 4 1/4 by 6. Okay, and then we're going to score this long side, this 6 inch side, at 2 1/4. Okay, 2 1/4. There we go. Okay, and then I'll just fold that and put this away for now. Might be needing to get it out again. I discovered that they have I went down to our Walmart that's really close to us and to our Menards. If you do not know what Menards is, I feel so sorry for you. We had never heard of it until we moved here to Missouri. But it is very reliable and less expensive than Lowe's or Home Depot or what's the other one that we have used a lot? I don't remember, but anyway, you get the picture. Home and Garden kind of store, and it's just reasonably priced, and it's reliable. They have a lot of really good things. So I went down there to buy some stuff, and I noticed right across the street in the mall that's there, where there's a Walmart and a Ross Dress for Less and some other stuff, they They had a new Michael's craft store opened up, brand new. Do you like going to new stores? Why is that such a female thing? I do not know, but why am I getting my regular plates? I need to emboss. I gotta get out the other stuff. So let me get that out. This is what happens when I'm chatting. I don't notice what I'm doing. So here's your base plate that comes with your stamp and emboss thing. And I always label mine, so I'm gonna turn that up. This is just, I'm laying it right flat on here. And then this is the plate that didn't come with it. It's a embossing plate. I don't think it came with it. But that was when I bought the machine. I think it actually does come with an embossing plate. I'm not real sure about that, though. I kind of forget. You want to make sure that you have enough of these plastic plates. Doesn't really even matter which ones come with your machine. You're probably going to want more than what comes. That's just sort of the deal. All right, so I love this embossing folder. It's so pretty. Now, this time when I embossed it, I forgot to check to make sure there's some roughed in areas, and I kind of wanted that in it, and I kind of missed it. It's right there, and I really kind of wanted it more there, but that's okay. It's not noticeable to anybody but an embossing nut. All right, so there you go. You have your little fold, and that's folding like this. Now take your other piece that you've already cut. This piece is going to get glued on here so that this fold goes right over, and you end up with a little more than an inch underneath. And that's gonna, you want it this way, okay? So we're going to just get our glue that on. You could use tape. I've got like this love-hate relationship with my tape, because some days I love it and it's working great, and some days it's not. I don't know why, but it has to do with maybe my level of calmness, because getting sticky stuff on my hands if I'm in a calm mood doesn't bother me. But getting a lot of sticky on my hands on a day that I feel irritable, not good. So what I'm going to do is take this and fold it down so I can see where I'm placing it in relation to both sides, all three sides actually. I need to take my glasses off for this part, because otherwise I can't see. And I'm going to have to get my head in here too, sorry. But I really want to get that one perfect, so I kind of had to do that in order to get it in there perfectly. Okay, now I can put the glasses back on again. And then you just want to rub that down and make sure that's on really well. Very good. Okay, perfect. All right, so now that's the Joyfold. Very simple, right? And now for the paper. All right, we want, first of all, I want, you can do, I've done it in a variety of ways. So you can do it with almost, any of these papers would work. Like this one would work if it was just a little bigger too. Any of them would. I mean, they're really beautiful. This is a spare wood that I have in here. Oh, wait. Oh, that's not my, where's my autumn paper? I have this in with my autumn paper. Why? This is my extra wood from when we had our wood stuff a long time ago. This is not my autumn paper. I've got scraps of autumn paper in here, but this is not my autumn paper. I keep this right by my desk. When we had this and it went on sale, this DSP, I bought, I don't know, I'm going to say 4 packs of it. I bought a bunch just because I knew I would use all of it eventually. And that was years ago. I'm still working on it. But now I'm going to have to hunt down this paper because I know it's here somewhere, but where is the question? Oh, where did you put it? There's my meadow paper. That would be pretty. But we're going to save that meadow paper. There's a new stamp set and the meadow paper. I showed it to you last week. And it's really pretty, but it wouldn't go as well with this early espresso. So this piece is already close to what I need here. So I think I might just use it, because it'll just take a little bit of trimming. That one's too short, but boy, that one's super close too. It would work. Maybe I'll do that one, just because then I wouldn't have to trim it. The other thing I like about that particular piece is there's a lot of this dark part there that kind of goes well with the early espresso. I've been saving every single piece of scrap. There's some of that wood grain. I've been doing that a lot with these papers too. All right. Now the other one though that I want is the big piece in the middle. I have not used this sweater as much. I'm saving that because that one, where are you? I've got all these scraps to use. Pumpkins. I love this. Oh, hey, there it is. So pretty. This one's good too. These go together so well. So I'm glad to see I still have a bunch. Now with these cards, this one is going more with your horizontal directional card. This one is going to go better with your portrait vertical type card. And when I'm looking at DSP, I note that because I hate having all these scraps that are hard to use up. And I'd rather not have any scraps. These are minimal. If this backing wasn't so cool, I wouldn't have even saved that piece. Now I am going to pull that out because this is exactly what I want for our belly band. And so we might as well use my scraps up for my belly band. There's another one. Okay, I only need 2, but I want them to be the same size. That one's pretty close, so we'll use that smaller size, and it'll be a little fatter than the one that I have on my card, but it's still gonna be good, or I can cut it down. I kind of wanted the skinny one just to make sure I could see my card as much as possible. That paper is so pretty. Do you do that too? Have paper that is just so gorgeous? You think, what am I going to do with this? Because I don't want to cover it at all. I don't even want to cover it with the sentiments. But I do those with bags a lot. But these, I needed to do these with cards. Bags kind of have a tendency to sit in my closet, not getting used so much. And then I feel bad about it because it's like, well, those are really pretty, and did I put it away? What a ding dong I did. I put the one sheet away that I needed. Let's grab you back out. I can't believe I did that. I tucked it in there. There. That's the one. We're going to use that one, even though that one's actually my better vertical one. Maybe I should use the horizontal one and then we'll save that for my vertical card. I think that's okay. I'm trying to remember now what I've done. Yeah, I do. I want to save my light one, because this one is a good one with my sentiment with the light, but this one's perfect when you have if you're doing a sentiment that's talking about light, that one's ideal. All right, we don't need that. Put that over there. And we will cut this DSP. For this little flap, we're going to just cut this into 4 1/8 by 3 5/8. Okay, 4 1/8. And so look at it and see which way you want it. Let's make sure it's totally big enough first for me before I do anything. Okay, so it's going to have to be this direction. So we want, let's see. Let me measure to make sure I know which side is which. So this one is the short side. I thought so, but just making sure. So 3 5/8 for the top of your DSP. And so that'll be this way. So 3 5/8, which is you go to 3 1/2 and then go to the 8th mark right up there. 3 5/8 by 4 1/8. So there's my 4 and there's my 1/8. And then we're going to glue that right on there. It should leave just a tiny bit of a border all the way around. And now before I glue that on, let's cut this. And I want to make sure I am getting this midsection in the card. This piece is going to be 6 inches. No, that's not correct. Not 6. Where is it? Ah, there it is. 5 1/4 by 4 1/4. So to get my 4 1/4, I'm going to start by cutting off some of the bottom of the trail. Okay, there's more of that backing for my belly band. Now let's try it this way, 4 1/4, and see if it's leaving enough sky, which is kind of is. I need sky and path. So 4 1/4, that's going to be pretty good. Okay, and then this is going to be 5 1/4. So look at it and decide which side of the trail you want cut off the most. I'm going to cut, I want more of my tree trunks than the red trunks. Doesn't really matter that much. You're going to end up cutting off more than you really want to. I mean, that's just the nature of it. Save your little pieces. You might want them. So 5 1/4. 5 1/4. And then that's going to go right in here. You want it to be exactly the same width as this flap, because you don't want it to show. So if it's just a hair big and showing, then take off that teeny tiny piece. Just an 1/8. I'm going to take off, it's not even quite an 1/8. I just need a tiny sliver off because it was just a bit. And then make sure that it is going to fit with this closing easily, and it's a little snug. So I'm going to take off just another smidgen off the side. Now, I could have given you 30 seconds, 8/32 of an inch, sort of. That is a lie. That is not the measurement. But I'm just saying it's difficult to do measurements like that. So that's sometimes why they might be just slightly off, so that you know what the measurement is and you can do it without having to get out a special ruler that shows you all of the tiny little increments. So I'm going to just glue that to the inside. You're not going to want to write on it. We have the tree one that has the large maple leaves coming down into the sky, framing a kind of white sky space. You could write on that one. But this one's going to be way too pretty to write on. So don't. Make sure it's covered. Oops, it's up a little high on that edge. Pull you off. Try that again. I thought I was on the edge and I wasn't quite. There. Oh, come. Now we don't have any more time to mess with that, because my glue is definitely drying now. Why are you having so much trouble? Probably because I only have this one piece. So now we're going to have to glue again, because I've been monkeying around with it. Okay, make sure I'm getting it in correctly. This goes this way. Yes, okay. All right, let's try it again. Right there and there. Perfect. Okay. Now, I see a tiny bit of glue oozing out there. So I'm going to grab my little baby wipe and just wipe that off really quick. Okay, now we're all set. And that's good. No other glue oozing out, so that's good. Now that flap is going like this, and we are going to put this on here like this. All right. They had at Michael's craft store, and it was so brand new that they were still putting their first beginning inventory out. Everything smelled so new. All the shelving's all clean and nice and neat. I saw a girl coming up and arranging things really nicely just to make sure it stayed looking nicely arranged. I mean, during the rush of the holiday season, that's the kind of thing you don't see a lot of sometimes because people are just in such a rush to get everything out and keep the customers coming to the checkout stand and happy. And it was a Saturday. I was surprised. There was a lot of people in the store, but not so crowded, you know, that I was feeling crunched. Okay, so take out all of your scraps and see which one you want to use. That's pretty fat. So I actually I'm gonna skinny it up. This one's probably adequate. So let's go ahead and take the two thinnest pieces that are 6 inches long, because that you need them to be pretty long. And then I'm going to make it fit, make it match. There is a line on your design, and you can even cut right along that line if you want to. But I don't really need it to be that skinny. I just want them to match. So let's see what we've got size-wise. Oh, it's just a little bit short of 3/4. So instead of doing that, I'm going to do this. Place it on my cutting. Oops, it's got to go this way. I'll place that right there. And oops. Move you out of the way. We want a straight line. Okay, now we should be good. Oh, it's still just off a tiny bit. This one, I need it to be just a little bit smaller. Actually, almost exactly where my line is, right there. Now it better not be too skinny. It's pretty close. Close enough. Let's look on this end and see. Okay, that's pretty good, pretty good. It looks like it's not quite a straight line on one side, so I'm going to use my scissors and just even that up. Right there. Okay, there we go. That's better. It's better to use your big piece, you know, rather than this 6-inch stuff for your belly band, but I really like this paper, so I'm just going to do it. Lay it on here and fold it over. Not too snug. You want to make sure it's got room to... That's too much room. I want it a little closer than that. Do you see how much there is? They're just not even quite 1/8 of an inch. You need it to be big enough that that's gonna... Okay, we're gonna go like this. Well, actually, let's glue one to the other before I do that. that is going to ooze because I put a pretty good amount of glue on there. I want to make sure that my little belly band is going to stay together really good. And I would not use tape. You can use tape, but I would not use tape. And so since I'm using some of my baby wipe to wipe that glue off, if you do that, be very careful not to pull around on that, because this is not cardstock, this is DSP, and it will just tear instantly because if it's wet at all, it's softened up quite a bit. Okay, so now I'm gonna refold there. And then that shows me exactly where I need to make a little cut. And then we're going to glue this on the inside of that. Oh, it was so nice to get such good deals. I didn't buy a ton. You'll be proud of me. I did not buy a ton, but let's see, that looks like my glue might be off a little bit there. Let's see. I'm going to feel inside. Nope, good. No glue sticking through there. Good, good, good. I didn't want to, you don't want glue on the inside of your belly band. That would be bad. But my embossing, look at that. It kind of, look what it did. It kind of tore a little bit on that fold. We can fix that because it's actually not even torn. It's just the paper itself sort of separated there. So we're going to fix that. Isn't that interesting? Embossing does weaken it. So if you want to have curves, some of the slider cards that we do, you do a whole bunch of folds, you know, and we used to have a corrugated embossing folder, and I still have it. And if you want to do cardstock, that's going to give you with the pull cards and stuff flips up, and you need use that corrugated embossing folder because it softens that paper up beautifully. Okay, we're good now. All right, so now we've got that. We're going to stick this on here gingerly though, because it could come apart since I newly glued it. And then that slides on there right like that. Isn't that beautiful? Now we're going to just do our sentiment. And let's see what we got. Maybe I'll use this. Sending love and light your way. May you feel the glow of God's peace. I really like this. This one has that fear not, behold, I bring you good tidings. Now that one is Christmassy. But these other ones, I can make it be not Christmas. I think I'm going to use the Love Makes All Things Beautiful. I like that. So I've been looking for a garland for my banister for a couple of years because when we moved, we left all of our decorations pretty much in Richland. I just gave it all away I gave some away to our kids and friends, I think, but most of it just went to Goodwill because, you know, people's decorations, unless you have a vision for how it's going to fit in your house, it's kind of hard to decide how you're going to do this. Now, I think, you know, I think what we're going to do is we're going to put this on here, and then we're going to back it with this copper clay. I think that will look really good. So let's stamp our sentiment on this little piece of pumpkin pie. But I'm too cheap to buy a garland, like the kind of garland I want. I'm not going to spend $50, $75 for a garland. It's, you know, got to be pretty long. And let's just use our early espresso on pumpkin pie. And I'm just not going to spend that much money on it. It's like, seriously, you've got to be kidding me. So that's why it's taken a while. I haven't found anything in a long time, but I thought, 40% off all their fall and Christmas stuff. So what I ended up doing is I bought 3 lighted garlands that were just twigs, pine cones and red berries. And then, and they were, I had to combine the different, you know, because they're always a different length. So the lighted garlands were a different length than the leaf garland, and that was a different length than the, I don't know, some other leafy, I got one garland that had some pine boughs on it, but not a lot, just a few, because this is going to be Christmas and Thanksgiving garland. I justified spending a little bit more, because I think I probably spent about $40 altogether, and I justified it because I'm using it for 2 holidays, Halloween all the way through Christmas. So, and then when I put the leaves on it, I put the lighted garland and the one pine bough one kind of goes in the middle, but it blends in because it has the same twig and red berry thing going, and little metal stars. It was the little metal stars that were so cute, really cool, very rustic and Western kind of looking. And then I put, the leaves are not like silk leaves. They're balsam wood. They're wood leaves. They look really cool. Normally I would have not been all that thrilled with it, but it was on a nice piece of twine that kind of looks really good with the twigs. And it was really cheap. I forget how much. I only needed 2, and they were almost like the craft kind of thing in a little package where you would buy it and have kids help you decorate. So it's sort of not completed in a sense, but I knew it would look really good on this with this other stuff. And then the reason I thought, oh, this is gonna work great, is because I also got, here's the autumn leaves. We're gonna use that if my sentiment will fit. I think it will. Yes, perfect. Oh, and then this also has this really nice, these are nice textured dies that, you know, are just going to give a really cool texture. I haven't even used those too much. I'm going to have to do that, though. They're pretty nice. But I knew I could stamp on the leaves, too, and give them better veining if I needed to, but I didn't even need to. When I got it out and put it on, it just looked wonderful. Then I decided to do it because they had also very inexpensive, and I only needed to buy one, a little felt reindeer thing. That the reindeers are about this big, and they're felt, but they're, you know, on both sides in a little sleigh. So when fall is done, I just have to take off the leaves and put on the reindeer, and suddenly my garland is a Christmas one. So, because it's also a storage issue. I don't want to be storing 2. I've already got several wreaths for each holiday. I think I have 3 wreaths for every holiday. And so I'm running out of room just for these, you know, all these wreaths. So I'm saving some space with the garland by just having one garland. That's it. I'm not doing garlands for any other seasons. Just Halloween. I'm going to be glad to get it done. Do you feel like that when you are done with the holiday? Like, I'm so glad that holiday is done, because I'm kind of tired of something being on my banisters. Okay, I could take that same die and cut this to make it be exactly this, or I can just trim it. What do you think? I think I'm going to just trim it. So before I attach it, I'm going to go ahead and cut it first so that I don't mess up the centering of it. And then we'll glue it on, and we'll get it on our belly band, and we will be all done. Wow, today's project was super fast. Super fast. This is what happens when you have great DSP, is your cards can go together really quick. So that's one reason I was thinking for a fancy fold class with this autumn paper, We could get 4 cards done, I think. Even if they're fancy folds, I'm pretty sure we could get four of them done in a class. And then you will be able, what you'll get in the class is probably about $50, I would imagine. What you will get is you wouldn't get a whole pack of paper, so you'd have to add that on if you wanted a whole pack of paper. You'll get your autumn leaves and your autumn dies and the class. And then, like I said, if you wanted a whole pack of autumn paper, then you would have to pay the add-on, but the paper itself is not that much. It's like only about $10. And it's probably not, I think I actually ended up taking it off my store for the fancy fold class is probably there, but the autumn leaves fancy fold class is gone because the paper kept coming and going. So you just missed the join special if you wanted it. I'm sorry you missed it, but stick around, and the next time it comes up, you definitely want to join, because that's the only way you get a chance to buy this stuff before it's out, is by getting it early. So let's put a dimensional on that. You know, I'm thinking a ribbon would look really pretty on here, and the leaf itself would look really pretty. I've already done the autumn leaves. I bet you I have an old one in here, because I've got a ton. I did a bunch. Let's see what we've got. Let's see if we have the small, oh, here they are. Like this one, you can put these on here. They're very pretty. The autumn leaves are just gorgeous. That's why I made so many of them, so that I have them all ready to use. I don't think I want the red one. I want the orange one, like this. No, it's got to be a maple one. Ah, I see one in there. Voila. Perfect. Aren't they pretty? That vein is really nice. And then the die cuts out the vein too. So you can do all kinds of things with it. It's really nice. All right. I love that. It is so pretty, but we need a little bit of ribbon, but not really ribbon. We need twine, and I want gold twine, because all of that autumn paper has got this gold. Where's my gold twine? It's got gold gilding, you know, all over. Where is my gold twine? I know I have some. Where? Oh, there you are. There you are. Okay. All right, so what we want is we're going to take this like this. We're going to want to stick this like this and this like that, okay? So let's just go ahead and put dimensional where those leaves are going to be, right here. Do I want it like this? No, I think I want the pumpkin pie up top. The clouds have come in, but I bet you it's warm and beautiful out there. Maybe I'll go out on a bike ride. I haven't been on a bike ride in quite a while because we were on vacation. Okay, I think that's gonna look good. That's a little sticky, and I don't want any sticky on this. It's gotta be sticky here. So let's make sure when we put the label on, we're gonna stick that to it right there. I'm gonna put glue here, glue that, another dimensional right up here. Okay, so this is where you're going to put this on your label. You can put it anywhere you want along the belly band. Just make sure that it's not sticking to this flap at all. And then this is just we're going to just wrap this around here and have something of a little loop, like right there. Okay, so let's tape that on right here. And I could probably get a little tiny mini dimensional and stick that on right there. Let's make sure my end is showing. It's tucked in there good. Very cute. And we are about done. So have a wonderful week. It is a blessing to be able to enjoy the holidays, and I hope your weather is as good as ours is, or close. Jeff just came back from Phoenix, and he had a memorial service to go to there, or something similar anyway to that. And oh man, it was warm there, he said, really warm. Slide that off and make sure there's nothing sticky happening on the inside before that all sets. And it's good. I think my ribbon's going to stay on fine, so I don't need to tape it. If it's not, if it's shifting, then go ahead and just put a little piece of tape there, but it looks like it's fine, so we're going to just leave it at that. Oops, we want it to go this way. Okay. Oops, oops, oops. My ribbon's catching on that. That's the one flaw of having the ribbon in there. Oops, 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 oops. Okay, there we go. All right, so that's that. And then you can do, what I would do is, let me use this one. It's easier on off because I don't have any ribbon on it. Take a piece of white. You're going to do the same size that we did for this flap. You're going to want to do the same size for that. And that was 4 1/8 by 3 5/8. And then that'll be a nice white space that you can write on right there. And that is that. That is our card today. Have a wonderful week. Again, share and like my, oops, nope. We want this here on top. My videos. Thank you so much. You can subscribe for, oh, and Pinterest. I've got so much stuff going on Pinterest right now just because there's like a new card set all the time. I've got stuff I'm still working on, and it's going to go on Pinterest as quick as I can get it up there. I've been making cards like crazy because I can't stop making the ornaments and the leaves. Those two things have been really slowed me down because they're so cool. I guarantee you this is the last time I'm going to use this autumn paper. You're probably really tired of seeing it because I have used it so much in the last, month? I've just used it a ton, but anyway. All right. Oh, it is so nice to see you, Diana. I didn't see any comments, so I'm sorry if I missed you. I would have loved to have seen you, but I didn't see any comments happening over there, but it's nice to have you in the audience. It's always good to see you. Hopefully you're having a great day. I think that is it, and I will see you next week. Bye. Thanks again.